How do US fishermen rake in 52.3 million pounds of squid in one season? 10 years back, old gear made such harvests as pipe dream. Today, high-tech boats make it real, and it's happening right now. Don't miss this fishing revolution. Watch to see how America's squid harvesting industry feeds millions. This documentary shows how US fishermen harvest millions of squid every night with advanced gear, tackle rough seas, and keep fishing sustainable. It covers the tools, the harvesting process, the calamari market, and new 2025 squid research. What's the trick behind these massive harvests? Squid harvesting's a big deal in the US, targeting longfin and market squid off California and the East Coast. In 2023, fishermen harvested 52.3 million pounds of market squid, worth $30 million, 0 cents, and 12 million pounds of short-fin squid. Meiwei's 2025 quota of 40,000 metric tons for squid keeps harvesting sustainable, protecting squid stocks from overfishing. Boats use 3D sonar to pinpoint squid schools and LED lights to draw them in at night, when squid light up the water. These tools let crews harvest thousands of pounds in one go. New 2025 research from New Zealand's Papa and Japan shows squid are smart, slipping past nets, making harvesting a real challenge. We follow Mike, a California fisherman with 20 years on the water. His dad taught him to fish, and now he passes that know-how to his son. Mike's boat, packed with sonar and robotic divers, heads out for a night's harvest. He checks NOAA's 2025 quota to stay within limits, and his crew gears up for a big catch. Ready for the action? Comment below. Mike's boat hits deep waters and sonar spots a huge squid school. The harvesting starts, but it's no easy task. The crew lowers Personane nets and jigging machines to harvest thousands of squid, glowing bright under the ship's lights. One night can bring in 100,000 pounds, adding to the millions harvested yearly. Trouble strikes fast. Storms hit 20% of harvesting trips, risking the whole catch, and squid dodge nets with their speed. NOAA's 2023 data confirms longfin squid aren't overfished thanks to strict quotas, but escapes cut harvests short. A 2025 National Geographic video of giant squid at 7,000 feet in Antarctica shows their slick moves. Mike's robotic divers track squid, boosting the harvest success. The big moment comes when nets loaded with millions of squid hit the deck. The crew freezes the harvest in liquid nitrogen to keep it fresh. Like 2025 T-Papa research for colossal squid. With nets loaded, the crew's work isn't done. They clean and slice the squid into calamari rings for restaurants ready for market. The boat docks with a full harvest. In 2023, market squid harvest brought in $30 million. 0 cents. With squid and cuttlefish exports at $2,300,000. 0 cents. The squid are cleaned, cut into calamari rings and packed for US restaurants and global markets, supporting thousands of jobs. Sustainability keeps this industry alive. NOAA's 2025-2026 quotas. Steady at 40,000 metric tons for ilex squid protect the ocean. The 2025 Schmidt Ocean Institute video of a colossal squid juvenile at 600 meters shows why robotic divers are key for non-invasive harvesting and research. Mike shares. Harvesting squid is my family's pride. We use tech to feed folks and keep the ocean healthy for my son's future. His words carry the weight of a lifelong fisherman. The ocean's full of secrets, but America's squid harvest proves our grit and smarts. What's cooler, high-tech harvesting or squid smarts? Like if you eat calamari, subscribe for more ocean stories. Share to spread the word and vote in our poll. Should robots lead sustainable harvesting?
They grow best in temperatures ranging from 28 to 30 degrees Celsius, but require wintering when temperatures drop below 15 degrees Celsius. These fish can survive in extremely salty environments, tolerating salinity levels up to 158%, though the ideal range for growth is around 27 to 28%. Milkfish have a distinctive appearance, featuring a large head, a long and flat body, and a blunt, rounded snout covered with a thick membrane over the eyes. They lack teeth and whiskers, with a rough upper jaw and moderately wide gill slits. Their coloration includes a blue back, black pelvic fins at the base, and prominent pectoral fin. The body length of a milkfish, excluding the tail, is approximately 3.5 times its body height, making them well adapted for fast swimming. China is home to one of the largest and most advanced milkfish farming operations. The Zhengai No 1 farm spans over 430,556 square feet and features a modern circulating marine farming system designed to maintain optimal water quality. An advanced oxygen supply system ensures a consistent level of dissolved oxygen, promoting fish health and rapid growth. The farm utilizes high-tech aquaculture equipment, including heat-resistant HDPE cages, which have a lifespan of more than 30 years. Each cage, measuring approximately 15 meters in diameter, accommodates 45 to 50 milkfish fingerlings, significantly increasing yield compared to traditional fish ponds. The cages are secured with nets and anchor systems to provide a stable and efficient farming environment. Through its innovative infrastructure and sustainable practices, Zhengai No 1 farm plays a crucial role in advancing milkfish aquaculture, contributing to a more efficient and environmentally friendly fish farming and processing industry. At our milkfish farm, the best time to stock the fry is from March to May, explained a farmer at a milkfish farm in China, checking the water condition. We stock the fish at a density of 1 to 2 per 10 square feet, making sure each one is about 0.12 feet long, has bright colors, intact fins, and no scratches. Milkfish are omnivorous, eating small organic organisms, algae, and commercial feed with a protein content of 25 to 40%. We feed them twice a day, from 6 to 7 a.m. and again from 6 to 7 p.m., I added. The fry eat 3 to 5% of their body weight, dropping to 2% when they weigh 0.67 pounds. We tailor the feed and supplement vitamins, minerals, and enzymes to ensure top-quality fish for the processing factory. In China, harvesting milkfish is a well-planned process that takes place after 6 to 10 months of cultivation. Once the fish reach an ideal weight of 1.2 to 2.4 pounds. The harvest typically happens in the early morning when temperatures are lower, reducing stress on the fish. Workers use large nets to carefully gather the fish and guide them towards one side of the pond. In smaller ponds, partial draining helps concentrate the fish for easier collection. The fish are then transferred using mesh baskets into durable sacks or crates, ensuring gentle handling to prevent injuries that could lower their commercial value. Cranes lift the containers into holding tanks, where another team sorts them by size. Once sorted, the milkfish are chilled in ice water before being packed into styrofoam boxes for transport. At the processing factory, they undergo cleaning, filleting, and packaging, ensuring high quality from farm to market. At the processing factory, workers unload iced milkfish, and inspectors ensure only high-quality fish proceed. We check everything carefully, says a quality control inspector. Fish go into an automated flaking machine, where high-pressure water removes scales. Then into an ice tank before reaching the separation table. Skilled workers use specialized knives to remove heads and intestines, ensuring clean cuts. Precision matters, says a worker in processing factory. At the filleting station, they meticulously remove bones to maintain quality. Next, the dorsal fin is removed and the back meat is separated. Workers carefully fold the skin and collect tenderloin meat. Fresh fish is stored at 0 to 4 DGC for 3 days, while frozen stock at -18 DGC lasts 6 to 12 months. Proper storage keeps our products fresh, adds the technician. Milkfish is not just delicious, it's packed with essential nutrients, says Dr. Wang, a nutritionist. According to the National Institute of Nutrition, milkfish is rich in protein, vital for muscle repair, and omega-3 fatty acids, which support heart and brain health. It also contains vitamins A, D, E, B1, B2, and B12, boosting the immune system and acting as antioxidants. Additionally, calcium, potassium, and phosphorus strengthen bones and regulate blood pressure, while taurine and selenium help prevent cancer and support overall health. Consumers in China enjoy milkfish in various ways, including braised, deep-fried, grilled, or in hot pot. It is also processed into fish cakes and salads.
Many species can jump more than 20 times their body length. Frogs are very diverse in species. Some are transparent, some breathe through their skin, some are as small as flies, some weigh up to 7 to 8 pounds. Many species can overwinter and even produce dangerous toxins. How many of these frog species do you know? Leave a comment to share with us. Frogs were the first land animals to have vocal cords, with some sounds being heard from miles. When swallowing prey, frogs close their eyes and push their eyeballs down, helping push food into the throat. They often have teeth in their upper jaw to hold prey. Frogs live on every continent except Antarctica, with more than 6,000 species worldwide. Frogs absorb water through their skin and can hold their breath for 4 to 7 hours. They can have many different skin colors, and some species are very brightly colored. They can lay up to 100 eggs and carry them on their back. Frogs raised in captivity can live more than 20 years, much longer than in the wild. However, their populations are threatened by pollution and habitat loss. Many frog farms have been established due to the increasing popularity and economic potential of frog farming, particularly in China. Frogs are favored for their rapid growth, high reproductive rate, large size, and meaty legs. They thrive in tropical and subtropical climates and are typically housed in shallow ponds. These meat frog ponds range from 1,550 to 3,100 square inches in area, with depths of 2 to 12 inches and wall heights of 8 to 32 inches, tailored to different frog varieties. Ponds are lined with mesh or tarpaulin, and some have concrete walls to control frog numbers and prevent intrusions. Rectangular or square pond shapes facilitate efficient management and care. Farmers partition areas for breeding, commercial, and parent frogs, adjusting densities up to 100 to 200 frogs per square inch for breeders and 10 to 20 pairs per square inch for parents according to growth stages. Water management is critical, with continuous clean water supply systems in place. Roofing materials like mesh and tarpaulin shield frogs from weather extremes, enhancing farming productivity and quality. Nets are also used to raise frogs above muddy bottoms, minimizing disease risks tailored to each region's habitat. During the rainy season, when water is plentiful and temperatures are warm, frog breeding season commences. Male frogs use their mating calls to attract females, with louder calls signaling larger, more desirable mates amidst fierce competition. As amphibians, frogs lay their eggs externally, with the male clasping the female tightly during fertilization. Eggs are typically deposited in shallow ponds, attached to branches, leaves, or floating on the water's surface. These eggs boast thin, transparent shells rich in nutrients, with quantities varying from several dozen to thousands depending on the female's size and species. Fertilized by the male sperm, frog eggs hatch within 2 to 7 days, or even quicker in warmer conditions. Tadpoles emerge, equipped with oval bodies, tails and gills for underwater respiration, feeding on algae and plankton. Maintaining water quality and oxygen levels between 25 to 30 degrees Celsius ensures optimal conditions for their development. Approximately 2 to 3 months later, tadpoles transform into froglets, poised for further growth in the farm's controlled environment. I hope that you will receive good luck immediately after sharing this video with your friends. Choosing frog breeders involves several crucial considerations to ensure the offspring's quality and health. Firstly, sourcing frogs from reputable suppliers is paramount. Evaluating their appearance provides significant insights into their well-being. Smooth, flawless skin, clear and alert eyes, fully functional limbs, and a firm, unswollen abdomen are indicators of health. Males should produce clear, loud calls with developed vocal sacs, while females should exhibit a large, rounded abdomen and a developed cloaca, signaling strong reproductive potential. Observing their behavior is equally vital. Healthy breeders swim swiftly, demonstrating agility and quick reflexes. Size is also crucial, varying by species and development stage, typically ranging from 3 to 5 cm for breeding suitability. Desirable breeders possess adaptive traits, high disease resistance, and fast growth rates, crucial for successful breeding and sustainable farming practices. Before release, frogs undergo a brief disinfecting bath and are stocked in ponds with appropriate pH levels, usually 7.0 to 8.0, ample hiding spots, and optimal stocking densities to ensure sufficient water and oxygen supply. Feeding and monitoring adhere to a meticulous regimen tailored to their needs. Food plays an important role in frog development, from tadpole stage to adult frog. Providing frogs with nutritious food will help them grow healthily, achieve high productivity, and reduce loss rates. To ensure output at the farm, they often feed the frog synthetic bran containing all the nutrients and micronutrients needed during development. Seedling frogs will be fed twice a day. Adult frogs will be fed once a day. They will also have seasonal changes in demand. In summer, frogs need more food due to higher metabolic needs. Farmers will spread food directly into the pond area to facilitate their foraging. What nutrients do you think frogs will need throughout their lives? Leave your comments in the comments section and we will provide the answer for you. Frog harvesting is typically scheduled during the dry season, which spans from October to April. This period is chosen for its favorable conditions for frog farming and transportation. After approximately 2 to 4 months of farming, frogs are considered ready for harvest once they display specific indicators their skin is smooth, their bellies are full, their eyes are bright, and their limbs are robust. At this stage, they usually weigh between 0.22 to 0.44 pounds each. To efficiently gather the frogs, farmers employ specialized tools such as frog nets, containers, mesh bags, and baskets. Before harvesting, they lower the water level in the ponds to concentrate the frogs in a smaller area. Using nets, farmers carefully capture the frogs and transfer them into mesh bags. During this process, another person ensures the bags are weighed to monitor the quantity of harvested frogs. Once weighed and counted, the frogs are packed into baskets in an orderly manner.
One of the highlights of Farricker Farms is the scientifically designed barn system. The barn is guaranteed spacious space, natural light, good ventilation, and stable temperatures suitable for each stage of pig development. The floor of the barn is lined with straw on top of moist soil, creating a comfortable and natural living environment for the pigs. Large barn doors help let in lots of wind and light, creating an airy space for the pigs. Pigs at Farricker Farms are raised outdoors from birth to adulthood. The The farm pays special attention to allowing pigs to exercise and develop their muscles naturally. They are regularly plowed and bathed in mud, not only to meet their species' characteristics but also to protect and enhance their body health. Because pigs are exercised a lot and grow in a natural environment, the quality and flavor of meat are also significantly improved. In winter, pigs are still taken out on a fixed schedule to ensure the development process is not interrupted. Although the pigs are allowed to graze freely, Farricker Farm still installs fences around the livestock area to prevent the pigs from escaping and ensure safety. Feeders are arranged throughout the grazing area, and food is always provided 24 hours a day to meet the pigs' dietary needs at all times. The clean water supply system is also cleaned regularly to ensure the best health for pigs. Farricker Farms is committed to providing the most natural living environment possible for pigs. This farming method not only ensures animal welfare but also creates high-quality pork products that meet consumer needs. What do you think about this way of raising livestock? The nutritional regimen is flexibly adjusted based on factors such as age, developmental stage, nutritional needs, weather conditions, and the pig's digestive capabilities. Implementing a reasonable and scientific nutritional plan helps pigs grow healthily, produce high-quality meat, and bring significant economic benefits to farmers. If you are following our journey of raising pigs in the UK, please leave a comment and like the video to let us know. Do you know how long it takes to raise pigs before they can be brought to the processing factory? Thanks to the application of modern livestock technology, the process of bringing pigs to the processing factory is shortened. Pigs for meat are typically harvested when they are 4–6 months old, reaching a weight of 220 to 286 pounds. At this time, workers will ensure that the process of transporting pigs from the farm to the processing plant is carried out safely, effectively, and humanely to ensure meat quality and consumer health. Not everyone can transport pigs. Only persons with a valid pig transporter license are allowed to transport pigs. Drivers must also have a commercial driver's license and must comply with all GDOT animal transportation regulations. A maximum of 200 to 300 pigs can only be transported by large transport vehicles. The selected means of transport is a specialized truck. The vehicle's barn is designed to suit the size and number of pigs, ensuring enough space for pigs to move, rest, and have a good ventilation system. Pigs will be provided with drinking water to regulate temperature throughout the journey. The worker will gently move the pig onto the vehicle and unload the pig from the vehicle so that the pig will not be startled. There are devices to assist in the process of loading pigs up and down, such as paddles, shields, and semi-automatic stairs. After completing the transportation process, workers will clean the vehicle's trunk to ensure it is ready for the next shipment. This method uses high concentrations of CO2 gas to stun pigs, ensuring humane treatment and improving meat quality. While the temperature of the pork remains above 40 degrees Celsius, it is transferred to the cooling area. After a few hours, when the meat temperature drops to 5 degrees Celsius, the meat will enter the cutting stage. Using a chainsaw, workers cut off the pig's feet and divided the body into smaller parts. Next, they filter and separate the meat parts according to predetermined specifications. Techniques such as deboning the pig's feet, skinning the loin, and trimming excess fat refine the cuts of meat into neat, square semi-finished products. Finally, the meat is packaged and frozen before being distributed to consumers. Once the journey from farm to processing plant is complete, the next question is where these finished packages will be most consumed. Let's discover the answer in the upcoming segment of the video. Don't leave the screen, we'll be right back. Pork is widely enjoyed worldwide for its delectable taste and rich nutritional benefits. It serves as an excellent source of protein essential for tissue repair, body function maintenance, and muscle development. A 100g serving of lean pork provides approximately 26g of protein, fulfilling over half of daily protein requirements. Beyond protein, pork offers a spectrum of vital vitamins including B1, B2, B3, B6, B12, and vitamin D, crucial for energy metabolism, blood cell production, and nervous system health. Additionally, pork is abundant in minerals such as potassium, phosphorus, selenium, zinc, and iron, supporting muscle function, bone health, joint mobility, and immune system strength. Monounsaturated fats found in pork contribute positively to heart health by reducing LDL cholesterol levels while boosting HDL cholesterol, thereby lowering the risk of cardiovascular diseases. Opting for lean cuts and proper cooking methods ensures both nutritional benefits and food safety. England, renowned for its diverse culinary traditions, boasts an array of enticing pork dishes cherished by locals and visitors alike. Traditional favorites like Sunday roast pork feature succulent cuts roasted alongside potatoes, Yorkshire pudding, seasonal vegetables, and savory gravy with applesauce, a hallmark of familial dining in British culture. Sausages, whether pork, beef, lamb, or mixed meats, delight in dishes like bangers and mash or paired with bread and baked beans. Camels belonging to the genus Camelus include the one-humped Camelus dromedarius and two-humped species Camelus bactrianus. Originating from the deserts and steppes of Asia and North Africa, they are now raised worldwide, with the largest population in Africa, about 25 million. In Somalia, girl farmhouses over 10,000 camels in spacious, shaded barns. Each pen is about 9.8 feet high, allowing the camels to stand comfortably. The size of each pen varies depending on the herd, with adult camels requiring more space than young ones. The farm ensures ample exercise space and continuous food and water supply, fostering optimal camel development. In your opinion, how will camels reproduce? Depending on the species, their breeding season usually falls in spring March or May or autumn September or November. They can be pregnant for 11 to 14 months and give birth to one baby. In some cases, mother camels can give birth to twins. Baby camels feed on their mother's milk for about 6 to 8 months. They are fed milk regularly, about 4 to 5 times a day. They usually start running around when they are about 1 to 2 weeks old. Until the baby camels are qualified to separate from their mothers and are about 12 to 24 months old, they will be cared for next to the mother camel. The camel's main food is grass. On average, an adult camel needs about 4.4 to 6.6 pounds of hay or 22 to 33 pounds of fresh grass per day. In addition, breeders can feed them leaves, fruits, and even cacti. In Somalia, food shortages sometimes occur. Digesting cacti helps camels adapt to their living environment. In addition, they also need to drink about 40 to 50 liters of water per day. Workers will provide water regularly to ensure enough water for the camels. In fact, camels can go 40 days without water, and 2 humped camels can go up to 60 days without thirst. They can starve for about 2 months. The numbers are staggering. What do you think? Have you ever used camel milk and its products? Leave your culinary experience below to let us know. Camel milk can cost up to $30 per liter, nearly 30 times more expensive than cow's milk. Despite their high price, camels have been used to produce milk, yogurt, and even cheese for centuries. farm provided about 3 million tons of camel milk produced each year. Camel milk is considered a healthy food, slightly lower in saturated fat, 10 times more vitamin C and higher in calcium and potassium than cow's milk. As low fat and low lactose content, so is suitable for people with lactose intolerance. On the farm, female camels are milked by hand or with a milking machine. Milk is collected into clean buckets or containers. They are refrigerated immediately after squeezing to ensure quality. Camel milk can be used fresh or processed into products such as cheese, yogurt, and ice cream. Referring to the value of camels, we cannot help but mention the camel meat supply. Male camels are usually harvested for meat when they are 2 to 3 years old, while female camels are usually harvested after they have given birth 2 to 3 times. They will be transported by farmers to the processing factory by specialized trucks. First, the worker will use pieces of cloth or soft string to tie the camel's legs and muzzle together neatly. The goal is to prevent them from escaping while minimizing their height and space during transport. Then, they used a light crane to lift the camels onto the truck. The car floor is lined with soft fabric to avoid friction and injury to pets. Some large herds of camels will be transported by water instead of by road. The entire transportation process will be closely monitored and guaranteed to be safe without affecting the quality of camel meat. Do you want to delve into the intricacies of camel processing? Please like and share the video to prepare for an enlightening journey. Camels are treated according to Islamic rituals and skinned before being transported to the processing plant. Here, skilled workers use modern tools to meticulously divide the meat. The camel's body is thoroughly washed. Then an industrial cutting machine equipped with a small water jet is used to precisely cut the body into manageable parts. Then camel meat is carefully transferred to cold storage to maintain freshness before moving on to the next processing steps. After removing the stamps from the two halves of the carcass, they follow the chain to specialized stations for deboning and meticulous trimming. Workers will separate half of the carcass into 3 parts. Each part will be forwarded to the workers below to process the meat. Workers below will separate the ribs and backbone from the tenderloin and rump. Bones that have been stripped of flesh are placed on a conveyor belt above to a separate collection area. The boneless meat will be passed on to the experienced workers. They will continue to be processed and packaged. This ensures that large quantities of meat are processed with precision and efficiency, meeting strict quality standards at every stage of production. Camel meat is considered a nutritious food source with many unique health benefits. It is a rich source of protein with a content of about 21%, which helps build and maintain muscles, support metabolism, and strengthen the immune system. In particular, camel meat has a low-fat content about to 4%, which helps reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease, obesity, and diabetes. In addition, camel meat is also a rich source of essential vitamins and minerals such as vitamin B12, iron, zinc, potassium, and phosphorus, which are necessary for the overall health of the body.
AI technologies are gradually developing and created by human hands. What if each processing factory gradually has fewer people working? Please share your thoughts below in the comments section of this video. And lastly, don't forget to recommend the channel to your friends so they can watch too. Thank you and goodbye. See you again in the next videos.